Good afternoon. Felt strange not being on here this morning. Get on in here, folks. We got some fun stuff to talk about. If I can get my... Hold on a second. Uh-oh, things are falling. Let's see if I can scoot stuff back a little. See if that helps any. I don't think it helped, but hey, it is what it is. See if I can twist this around. I think the cat knocks it. You know what I mean? I think the cat does things to it when I'm not looking. Anyway, I don't have my iPad in here, so we're going to have to try pinning questions if there is any. We might not have time for questions. I've been a busy girl this morning. Let's see if that helped any. You know I talk with my hands, and when I can't see my hands, I can't talk. Just weird. Anyway, I got water. I've got the sun. It's clouding up a little bit. Got a few announcements to make. We made a decision this morning to take our extra large mop and the mop cloths off of they're half price right now, so they're no longer going to be half price after Monday. We still have some great deals on some other things, but that's not going to be one of them. So everybody, I'm looking at my little, if I showed you this little shelf, you would see a mess right now. I need to take a few minutes and reorganize it. And it wouldn't take long, but I'm not going to do it right now. I've been having issues this morning with a stick that is in my view. And the stick had fallen out of a tree and lodged in a branch, and it was just a weird looking. It didn't look natural. I've been trying to think of ways to get rid of that stick. It's too far out to reach with my little long-handled saw thing I've got. And then I remembered something. Many years ago, I bought Robert a tool, and it was an extension tool, sort of like it's sort of like our mop handle, except it was twice this long and it extended 3 times. So it was about 22 feet. And you know, he went downstairs and found that thing for me. It was for changing light bulbs on the corner of the house so he didn't have to climb a ladder. And I got rid of that stick, and he said, I'm not, and our mop handle extends a long way. It's about 8 feet, I guess. But this thing went to about 22 feet, and I got rid of, well, that fell. That's not good. The cat won't like that. Anyway, I took care of the problem. And now, I don't have this stick in my view that is askew. Sometimes you just have to let your perfectionism get some things done. That's all it is. Now, mops are going off on Monday. We have purple rags. Justin wanted to put an end date on the purple rags, and I wouldn't let him. Purple rags are going off sometime in the near future, but not today and not Monday. Then we have the Swish and Swipe package, which is half price. And the Swish and Swipe package is still half price. We've got some great, the multi-wand. This is $12. It's a great price. It keeps you from having, it attaches to our mop. This little end comes off right here. That little end right there comes off, and this screws right into it. And you have an extended reach for the multi-wand, the mop. I do my windows with a mop. So there's some fun things out there that are going to be going away. Get 4 packs of them. Everybody loves them. Put one in everybody's Christmas present. Wrap people's Christmas presents up with the purple rags. They're a great tool. Now, one of my favorite gifts to give anybody with critters is our carpet sweeper. Because this thing really gets the cat and dog hair up off of your rugs and stuff. I've never seen anything like it, ever. In fact, when I sweep the floor, when I dust mop, I just dust mop everything on top of the rug and then run the sweeper. I don't even have to take it outside. My new book, The Chaos Cure, will be out on December the 18th. If you pre-order it on Amazon, you will have it in your hot little hand on the 18th. That's the way they do things. And the audio version is out too, that you will have it on your Audible account at midnight. So folks, this new book, it's fun, it's cute, it is it's for a person who has a short attention span, and now you know who you are. I'm one of you. And it's just, you're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. Now today, it's the 6th day of December. Tomorrow is December the 7th. On December 7th of 1999, which was 19 years ago, Fly Lady started. Can you believe it's been almost 2 decades that Fly Lady started? You know, I think about, not knowing. When I was young, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I had no clue whatsoever. But I was good at anything I set my mind to do. I really was. I could do anything if I wanted to do it. If I didn't want to do it, I would drag around and stuff wouldn't get done and people would complain. But when Fly Lady started, it was what it was supposed to be. I had spent the last year of my life getting my house organized. And I'll talk about that tomorrow, because I'll do a special show tomorrow on our anniversary. So we'll deal with that tomorrow. So jump back in tomorrow and we will do another show. Now, we have our newest tool is these little hot pink cloths. They're good for cleaning your glasses, and mine always need it. And I can't even see myself on the camera. Yep, now I can. And they're the color of my book. I like that. But we're getting frazzled. The stress is starting to build on us. It's December the 6th. We have 19 days. Somebody just asked me if the sweepers work on bare floors. They don't work well on bare floors. I don't recommend them on bare floors, but we have this. We have our other mop. We have the rubber sweeper. Those are for bare floors. We just didn't have anything for carpets. And Michael is blowing my phone up. Michael's my geek. So folks, we're getting stressed out, and this stress is all your fault. You know it is, because you've put things off. You're waiting till the last minute. Even though we got 19 days before Christmas, you never know when there's going to be things happen. Like, guess what? This weekend, we're supposed to get 24 inches of snow. There's not going to be any moving in our area for a few days. And the snow is supposed to last Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 3 days of snow. It could be more than 24 inches. It could be less than 24 inches. But it's going to be snow. We got plenty of food in the house. We got plenty of firewood on the front deck and underneath the treehouse. We are good. Robert went out and checked our propane tank. It's more than half full, which is good. This is going to be a heavy, wet snow. Heavy, wet snow. And we're ready. There's nothing I need to do. Just like at Thanksgiving, there was nothing I needed to do. Just nothing that I needed to do to get ready for Thanksgiving. Except put stuff in the oven and heat it all up. When we put things off, that procrastination is what hurts us. And it puts more stress on us. And since our anniversary is tomorrow, I've been reminiscing about some of the things I've written early. And I went through, in 2002, I was looking through some messages that I had sent out, because I've got them every one, thousands and thousands and thousands of them. And I was looking through November of 2002, and I got on a kick of getting on the treadmill every day for 15 minutes and writing while walking. I was using a standing desk before they were even popular. And I found an essay that I had written on the treadmill, and it was based on a song lyric. Now, God breezes happen all the time. Some people call them God winks, but I call them God breezes because that's what Robert taught me. And let me get a drink of water. The God breeze with this song lyric was, and I can't sing, so I'm not even going to try, but you know the song, I'm just a girl who can't say no. It'd probably be sexist today in some form or fashion, or part of the Me Too movement. But guess what? We're all those kind of girls. We don't know how to say the word no. And you want to know why? Let me tell you why. Because we want to be loved. We want our children to love us. We want our husband to love us. We want our friends and neighbors to love us. We don't want to tell anybody no, because we don't want to be the bad guy. If you've ever read any Machiavelli, The Prince is a book I read every year. What he teaches the prince is you let somebody else say the bad stuff and you give only good news. That's what a CFO, a CEO should do. But if you're the CEO of your house, there's not another person who can do this. Oh, they're killing me. They're just killing me. So we have got to practice saying the word no. Because somebody call you up on the phone and you've got your whole day planned out. Somebody calls you up on the phone, and if it's not an emergency, they want to go to lunch or just shoot the bull, you know the type. You've got to learn to say, I can't right now. I have this scheduled. I've got to be at school with my child. We're having a party today. I don't want to put too much pressure on me. Really, when you say no to somebody else, you're saying yes to you. Because you don't want to be stressed. So every time you say yes to somebody, you're saying no to you. And get this, no to your family, no to your husband, no to the people you care about the most. Because when you're stressed out, you act the worst to them. Now, I know you don't think that's true, but it is. I want you to learn to say no. Because when you say no to other people that pull you away from your family. Now, another thing we have problems with, and I found this, and this testimony is going to go out next week. But, I'm just a girl who can't say no. It's just adorable. It's not very long, and you're going to love it. Now, another testimonial that just went, this isn't that was an essay. There's another testimony that just went out. My hands are really dry, and I can't grab the paper. The top 10 list of doing things the Fly Lady way. And the first one on the list, and this is going to help you throughout the holiday season, is if you get it out, put it away. We are our own worst problem. We get something out and think, well, I'm going to need that later. I'm just going to leave it out. Well, when we stay focused on what we're doing, it's like a laser beam, staying focused on what we're doing. If you get something out, put it away. Now, I've got 2 boxes of Christmas decorations. I didn't drag out all my Christmas decorations. I organized them really well last year. I've got 2 boxes of Christmas decorations that need to go back on the shelf in the garage. They're a little bit too heavy for me to take down there. Both of them at the same time. I might be able to pull off one of them, but when Robert gets home, I'll get him to take them down there for me. Delegate. Delegation is good. But if you get it out, put it away. So I got those joy letters. I was going to put them behind me, but I didn't want a big 0 over my head. And there's just no place to put them where I really like them. So, I don't know. I might give them away. They could be clutter if I can't find a place for them. Use the do it now principle. Instead of waiting and putting things off, if you see something that only is going to take a little while, like I need to refill all the toilet paper in my bathroom. I got me this new holder for my toilet paper, and it'll hold 4 rolls and 1 on. So I've got 5 rolls readily available in the bathroom at all times. Do I ever need 5 rolls of toilet paper? No, but when I get down to 1, I know it's time. And it'll take about a half a case, and I can put it on that spindle, and I'm happy. I'm really happy. I'm never going to run out of toilet paper. We could be snowed in for a month, and we will not run out of toilet paper. Now, let me give you a tip for those of you, I'm getting sidetracked here, but this storm's on my mind. For those of you who have well water, and you have a chance of a heavy snow taking out the power lines, here's what you do. You take a garbage bag, a big plastic garbage bag, and you put it in your bathtub and you start filling it up with water. Now, it's going to be like a great big water balloon. You can't pick it up or anything, but it's going to help seal your tub so that water doesn't go down the drain. Because when we don't have water, we can't flush toilets. Now, if it snows a lot, you can melt snow and you can flush toilets, but that's a lot of work. When all you got to do is just fill up a bathtub that you don't use very often and leave the water in it. And you'll have enough water to flush toilets. And you need a bucket to dip the water out and pour it in the tank. And you're ready to go for the next one. Okay, the do it now principle. When you wash your dishes or rinse them off before you put them in the dishwasher, that's the do it now principle. You don't pile them in the sink. Your dishwasher is your dirty dish disposal unit. Now, next thing, get your ducks in a row. Know what your priorities are. You got to pay bills. Get your bills fixed where you know when they're going to be paid. We can set up automatic dates to pay things. You know when your paychecks are. I know when I get paid. That's when I schedule things. And they get paid automatically. I have a certain amount I pay on different things, and then I have an automatic payment that comes. I can schedule 2 different payments on certain things. And that way you can get things paid off quicker. But get your ducks in a row. What are your priorities? Know your priorities. Your first priority is you. Taking care of you. That's what December is all about. Taking care of you. Getting enough food. And we all eat plenty enough. But we don't always eat our veggies. That was one of the funny things from yesterday's funeral for President Bush. He didn't like broccoli. He made it very clear he didn't like broccoli. He wouldn't eat broccoli. Now Barbara would. And she would have broccoli soup, but he wouldn't eat it. He knew his priorities. No man in his family liked the taste of broccoli. It is a genetic thing, probably. My husband has a genetic thing. No man in his family likes the taste of tomatoes. They taste bitter to him. Now, he will eat salsa, and he'll eat tomato sauce, but they got to kind of be cooked. But a raw tomato, he can't stand it. But do I fuss at him and try to make him eat a tomato? Nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make him eat a tomato. He doesn't like tomatoes. He thinks they taste terrible. So get your priorities straight. Taking care of you is the number one. I know you put everybody else first, but putting everybody else first really leaves you last. And as they say on an airplane, the flight attendant will say, if the oxygen mask falls down, put yours on first, because you can't help somebody else if you're passed out in the seat. So get your oxygen mask on first, and then you can help the kids. I know you think you want to get the kids on, but you got 3 kids. You can't put all 3 of them on and wait for you last. You put yours on first so you can help everybody else. I know it sounds foreign to you, but it's the truth. You get your priorities straight, and everything else is going to fall into place. Now, many years ago, I was asked if I had a personal motto, and I didn't have one. But I sat there and thought for a little bit, and I've told you this many times. My motto is to find joy in everything I do. Is that a big thing? And then I put a second part on that motto, was to be a loving, devoted wife to my sweet darling. Well, after many years of having that motto, I decided and I realized that I didn't need the second part if I did the first part. So, to find joy in everything I do. If I don't find joy in something and I do it and I don't really like it, I don't do it again for a long time. I don't like reading my own book out loud, but I do it once every 10 years. I can get by with that. And that's okay. Because I know you're going to love it. And I'm going to learn something from it. To find joy in everything you do. Just that one little thing is going to help you. We don't find joy in picking up puppy pads. We don't find joy in cleaning out litter boxes. But in the long run, the result of doing those things makes our house smell better, which makes us happy. So look for the joy in something. This morning I got this cute testimonial from a lady who has trouble getting her kids out of the bed in the morning. And she figured out a way. But she had to do some other things to make this thing happen every day. And what it was she had to intrigue the children to get out of a warm bed by taking the clothes they had picked out the night before and throwing them in the dryer to get them warm. And she would place them on the foot of their bed, and she says, your clothes are warm right now, and they'd have to have a race to get their clothes on. Well, in order to warm the clothes up in the dryer, she had to make sure her dryer was empty every night so that she could throw the kids' clothes in the dryer and lay them out for them. Now, she was finding joy because the kids were picking out their clothes because they didn't want to miss out on mommy's little treat for them. And so she was finding joy in having an empty dryer to throw her kids' clothes in. How sweet is that? Find the joy, and it's going to change everything. You're not going to believe in how you're going to look differently at things when you find that little bit of joy in your life. Now, having dinner in the crock pot when you come home, that's joyful. But you had to go through a little bit in the morning to put it in there. So think about it. The result is where the joy happens. My phone is blowing up. I guess I'm just going to turn off all my notifications. Let's see what else. Number 4 on this list of top 10 list of things, doing things the Fly Lady way. Be creative with your clutter. You know, a lot of times our perfectionism gets in the way of getting rid of our clutter because we might not want to give it to the Salvation Army or Goodwill, or you want to find the right home for it. Well, sometimes you just have to put a free sign on it and put it by the curb. And someone's gonna take it. You put a free sign on it, you've given them an invitation to take this thing that's cluttering up your house. You can get creative giving things away. There are usually sheriff's departments like little stuffed animals and things to give to kids in crisis, different things. College students need dishes and pots and pans for their first apartment. There's some fun ways to get rid of clutter, but don't let it hold you back from getting rid of it. Okay, here's the next thing. Sometimes we procrastinate about doing something because we think it's going to take longer than it really does. Now think about this. How long does it take you to empty your dishwasher? 2-3 minutes? Yep. That's all it takes. Even down to the silverware, it doesn't take long. We procrastinate because we think it will take longer than it really does. So folks, stop doing that to yourself. Get it done so that you have a dirty dish disposal unit always ready to take your dirty dishes, and keep your sink clean and shiny because you don't have to put dirty dishes in your sink. Another thing that I like to do is start every meal with a sink full of hot soapy water. It doesn't matter what I'm cooking, the sink gets filled with water first. It's just that simple. Just that simple. Now, I know a lot of you don't believe this, but I wouldn't be here as Fly Lady today if I hadn't gotten my home in order. Getting my home in order helped me to figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up. Imagine that. I had no clue. Because I was so busy putting out fires left and right. And Sunday or Monday there's going to be an essay on, because looking back at some of our past essays from 2002, I found one about spinning plates. Have you ever watched somebody who's spinning plates? Ever? It used to be on the Ed Sullivan Show. That's dating me, really is. But I didn't watch it much. But you can YouTube anything and find this guy who's spinning plates. And it makes you nervous wreck watching them spinning plates on top of rods. They're dowel rods. And they're spinning these plates. He got as many as 8 plates spinning at one time. And every once in a while one would drop off. But I've seen them where they dropped off and just broke. And we do that to ourselves. We get so many things going at one time that all these plates spinning, we become this nervous wreck. And you want to know what happens to us? We're living off of adrenaline at that point. You're living off of adrenaline. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to blow out your thyroid because of this adrenaline is going to kill your thyroid. Your hair is going to fall out. Your temperature, your body temperature is going to drop like a stone. It's instead of 98.6, you're going to be like 96. And you're not going to feel well. You're going to have no energy because you've been living off of an intravenous inside your body feed of adrenaline. Now, I don't handle my adrenaline well. It makes me sick. I will pass out. If I get a shot of adrenaline, I'm allergic. It's not really an allergic reaction. It's that I overdose on my own adrenaline. I have learned how to stay calm without passing out, without getting a stressful thing going that's going to hurt me. That's what staying calm does to me. Your hair will get thick again. Once you calm yourself down, you're going to find a new way to live. And you're just not going to believe how wonderful it is to feel when you don't have this adrenaline making you like in a tizzy all the time. They're killing me. So, when you get your home in order, you get the clutter out of the way, you may find what your purpose for life is. And you may find it's time to go back to college. You may start a business, and now's a great time to start a business with the economy doing so well. More women working than ever before. More jobs available. How wonderful is that? You might even be able to change jobs. But you got to get your house in order. You're going to see a big difference once your house is in order. Planning your menus. That's what we did last month in half of October. Plan your menus. Planning your menus is going to help you get the food in the house. I mean, my friends, everybody who knows me, Tammy and everybody that knows we're going to get snowed in, we've all planned our menus for the next week. Because we won't be able to get out. We're going to have to cook. And I have one plug if we are without power or we have a generator. But guess what? We don't have to run the generator. But if we do, I've got a plug-in that'll just run my crock pot. And I have cast iron Dutch ovens. Robert made me a rack to cook over our fireplace with. How wonderful is that? We can cook in our fireplace. I can bake potatoes. I can bake sweet potatoes. I can cook a stew and a roast in there. I can cook just about anything in my fireplace that I could cook on my oven. So plan your menus. This storm's coming. It's really coming, folks. And it's coming from the west coast. It's going to go down into Mexico. It's going to pick up some moisture. And it's going to meet a cold front coming down right on top of us. And it's going to come across the country. And even in, where is it in Texas? Amarillo, Texas. And Oklahoma City. The I-40 corridor. It's going to run straight through there. Okay, folks, next one. Get enough sleep. Go to bed at a decent hour. I know you don't like to do this because you like to rebel, but going to bed at a decent hour is going to help you better than anything to feel good, to feel energized, getting enough sleep. This morning, my feet were cold. I don't know why. But I put on a different pair of socks and everything changed. Being able to recognize what's going on with your body, getting enough sleep, and taking care of you. Maybe I need to put a jacket on in the house. I don't know what it is yet. My house is a little cool. I may build a fire, but I couldn't build a fire and be in my studio. So, get enough sleep. Think about you. And the main thing is, do your baby steps. I learned early on that I can't establish a habit, just say, like that, I'm going to establish a habit. I have to practice it every day. Psychologists tell us it takes 21 days to establish a habit. They don't know. They don't have a clue what goes on with us. We're such perfectionists that, there's two types of perfectionists. The ones that go overboard and the ones that get up to that line of perfection and say, I can't do it, and back away. Well, that's us. We don't have to do that anymore. We can take baby steps and we can do what we need to do to get our houses in order, one habit at a time. That's why we practice a new one every month. January is keeping our sink clean and shiny. February is decluttering every day. March is putting on your lace-up shoes and getting dressed every morning. First thing when you get up. April is making your bed. May is exercising for 15 minutes. June is drinking your water. July is swishing and swiping your bathroom. August is doing your laundry every day. A load a day keeps Mount Washmore away. September is your before bed routine. Practicing your before bed routine. Let me give you this tip. Start your before bed routine right after dinner. Don't wait till bedtime. October is getting rid of your paper clutter. Staying on top of your paper clutter as it comes in the house. November is menu planning, and December is the best one of all, taking care of you. Taking baby steps to pamper yourself every day. I'm taking baby steps. I've got my house in order in case we get snowed in. My back decks, the leaves are blown off, and we will keep the snow scooped up. We've got this big yardstick we're going to put out, and I'll probably be posting every hour to see how deep the snow's getting. But we've got this big old yardstick we're going to put out in the middle of the back deck so you can see how deep the snow is. It's all about having fun and enjoy I get into pioneer mode when we get a big heavy snowstorm. We're ready. And I want you to be ready too. If the storm is coming your way. Because this thing is heading across country and it could go up the East Coast. So keep doing the baby steps. And just realize habits aren't formed just because you want them. What's that old saying? If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Well, we can't just say we're going to establish a new habit. We got to take action. Action every day to establish that habit. So folks, I don't have another thing to say. Tomorrow I'm going to come back on here and we're going to reminisce a little bit about the beginnings of Fly Lady and how I have a bossy sister. She's probably on here. She's going to say, who, me? Yes, it's you, Sister Patty. You're bossy. Because she's the one that kept telling me, you need to write a book, sister. You need to write a book. I said, no, I don't. It's all on our website. It's all there. Nope, they want to hold a book. Well, everybody, you need to get your calendar ordered. I don't want you writing on the wall. January 1st will be here before you know it. Get your calendar ordered because we're not going to be back in the fly shop until January 2nd. And get your calendars ordered. And we're probably not if we get this snowstorm, we're probably not going to be in the office on Monday. But as soon as we can, we're going to start shipping things out. So if you get your calendar ordered today, it'll go out to you tomorrow. Get your calendars ordered. I don't want you writing on the wall. And pre-order the book. This thing will be out before we know it. 12 more days. I cannot wait. I just can't wait. I will talk to you later. I love you all. Yes, we do ship to Australia. Takes about a week for things to get to Australia. We've had testimonials about it. And get your little pink rags. Everybody's loving these things. And if you haven't sent me a testimonial yet, I want to hear your testimony because we've sold a lot of them. Everybody, have a good rest of the day. I'm going to go build a fire and get some things done. I love you all. See you later.